a conservative, they go after your whole family because they associate your whole family with conservatives. Okay? And then some of your family they'll hire and say, okay, here's some money, here's a favor, we'll get your son out of prison, we just want you to, do some damage to your brother or something. And they wheel and deal, and they make deals, and they swindle, and they racketeer, and they use coercion, and they do everything they can to get to that particular person. What YouTube is doing is absolutely martial law on the internet. You cannot, first of all, they've already made it to where you have to do a search to find even the truth networks. Very difficult to find us. It's like we're, in the desert, allegorically Jesus in the desert, facing the devil, right? So when the internet is out there and CNN is at the top of the mountain, right? And we're in the desert, we can't be found, right? And we've got no water to drink, and we're facing the devil because they're screening our videos, editing our videos. They're not letting the videos be syndicated. They're not letting the web crawlers even find us. So this is nothing short of election rigging and election fraud. Because if you don't have an even voice, that's like saying, wait a minute, conservatives can't vote. That's exactly what it is. Because if we can't influence people on our views, it's like a debate, okay? It's like going to a debate and only one party can speak. And of course, in that debate, whoever speaks is going to be the winner. It's like the other party has tape over their mouth. It's called internet censorship. You can't do this. You can't. The internet is now a forum for a debate. So there has to be some type of legalities and evening up the score, guys. Now, what are they trying to do to us awakened people? They're trying to arrest us and say that we're all nuts, we're crazy, we need psychiatric help. Are you kidding me? So we live by the law of God, or we live by the law of man? And they do. They'll make it law. They'll say, all the people that are gay can have a job in the corporations. People that are straight can't get a job. And they're doing it right before your eyes. When I worked for Cox, most liberal company I've ever heard of, not only were they monitoring our internet, if you are pro like me, I was pro Ron Paul. I want to go after the bankers because I used to be in banking. The bankers are committing fraud and crimes on American people. Usury. It's amazing. The bankers lead to the Vatican. The Vatican is the people who killed Jesus Christ. So I'm not a big fan of banking. Okay? I don't like the fact that this earth was supposed to be given to everybody equally, and these people take and say, I'm the only family that can print money. I am the Rothschilds. I can print money. I own the Federal Reserve. I'm the Morgans. I'm the Stanleys. I can print money. You can't. I don't believe in a society like that. It's written in my blood. I'm a racehorse. Okay? Allegorically, right? And they don't like racehorses. They want to be able to control the racehorse, own that racehorse. If they can't own that racehorse and control it, then they want to kill it. Now, they love their racehorses that they lock up in stalls and they can sell and train and breed. Yeah, they love it. Matter of fact, I will tell you where the racehorses mostly exist, allegorically. You understand what I'm talking about, the human racehorses, right? Well, they're mostly in Hollywood. They clone them. They breed them. And those racehorses have one job. Spread lies and propaganda. That's their job. And a lot of them are Native Americans. It's in their blood that they know the difference between right and wrong. But they're getting paid so much money that they're willing to lie to the world and be an actor. So what they do is they set up a secret society secret oaths, secret proceedings, like JFK was exposing. And they say, hey, we know that you're a racehorse, okay? But we're going to introduce you into our secret society religion, okay? And they convince these racehorses to join that religion. I'm telling you. This is the world we live in. If that racehorse, like Michael Jackson, starts singing sings his own songs, like History album, that doesn't fit into their agendas, then they will destroy and murder, character assassinate that racehorse. Especially Michael Jackson. He was a stud. Trust me. Matter of fact, this guy had to have... Matter of fact, Janet Jackson, one of the rich billionaires, oil tycoons or whatever, Saudis, paid big money to have that indigenous bloodline mixed in his bloodline of his family. So, yeah, Michael Jackson's family is a bunch of racehorses. Allegorically. I mean, do I need to make this up, right? Okay. And Prince. So what they do with the racehorses when they find them in society, like me, they make sure that the women in their lives are assigned, like my girlfriend Kimberly Gottfredson. That was an assignment. It was a setup by a Jewish guy named Steve. I think his name is Pratt. What's his last name? Steve. He was a Jewish guy. Michael Lunar. These Jewish people, they know very well when they're told, when they find a stallion, they know very well that they tell their brotherhoods of their secret societies. And then once they do, they'll say, well, hey, I want you to introduce this guy to this woman. Okay? And that will become your breeder. And they will make sure that you will have a child with that person. Okay? And that person will, as a woman, bite the apple, allegorically. She will fall. She will become a fallen angel. She will betray you. She will lie. She'll file phony police reports. She'll say that you don't pay child support. She'll character assassinate you, tell you that you're a terrible person. And this is how they control the racehorses with women. They're actually prostitutes. It's called human trafficking, is what it is. So they tell these women who to have babies with so that they can destroy these people's lives. Matter of fact, Kimberly Gottfredson had 3 babies with 3 different men, and she destroyed all of their lives from what I hear, from what I can investigate. Because she's what they call a breeder. She's part of a secret society called Mormons. And these people are highly into genetic research and prostituting their women for this genetic research. Okay? So when they find a racehorse, so to speak, they make sure that that woman breeds with that racehorse. Now, who are these women? Well, I'm going to tell you who they are. If you're willing to go marry a guy and have a baby with that guy, and knowing that you have to betray that person, then you're a demon. You are not connected to the force of God. No way. You're part of a secret society. You're not a religious person. You're not a spiritual person. You don't have God in your heart. You've got God of the flesh in your heart. You've got a secret society in your heart. So these are the most demonic women. And so they make sure that you have babies with demons, is what they do. They make sure of it. Now, my daughter Danielle, that was my first child. I think they targeted me from birth, yes. But I don't think I was supposed to have a child with this. Well, put it this way. I think it was supposed to be, because when I had a child, when I started dating this girl, my first wife, could not fall in love with this woman because she was extremely jealous. Everywhere we would go. And I don't know if she was under hypnosis, mind control. I couldn't figure it out. And I think that's why I stayed with her so long, because I'm trying to figure out. I've never met a person that was so jealous, so insecure. And I was like, what is wrong? So finally she told me one day that her father raped her. That's what she told me. Later on, she backed out of the story. But we were in an argument, and she was trying to mend the argument and say she was sorry for what she did, and she told me that her father raped her. And I said, what? So I did some investigation on the father. Yep, he was definitely tied into Walmart, okay, these secret societies. Matter of fact, he had a contract with Walmart and his corporation. Walmart is nothing but a foreign country that is invading this country, taking over this country, and putting all the privateers out of business. That's their job, and pretty soon they're going to hoard food and say that you can't have food if you're not part of the secret society of Satanistic worshiping. Matter of fact, if I go to Walmart, they've got facial recognition cameras. They don't like me at Walmart. I just tell you that right now, because I'm not a big fan of having a secret society, secret oaths, secret proceedings control the food supply and the water supply in the United States. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm sorry, but and by the way, it's a foreign corporation. It's foreign funded. It's like the United Nations owns your food supply. You might as well just have the United Nations own your food supply. And they put this phony guy up there, Sam Walton or whatever, like the phony guy at Amazon and the phony guy Bill Gates. And these people didn't invent nothing. That's all foreign military Israel Vatican knowledge. It's got nothing to do with the guy in his garage like Amazon. Oh, he made it out of his garage. They tell you that crap. It's not true. Then they make a movie about it. And they program you to believe that this is how this business was started. I'm sorry to tell you guys, these big old technology corporations are started by the Vatican, by Vatican permission. You have to be a secret society member in order to start a corporation like this. Period. Now, I'm going to go back to 1999. Once I took that test, okay, I took a test for Ford. It was a management skill test, 300 questions. Had a lot of religious innuendos in it, and it had a lot of repeating questions in different scenarios. The guy called me up. This is a true story. Okay? And he said that I can be the President of the United States. As a matter of fact, I found an old notebook that I kept, a log book, and I wrote this guy's name down in a log book. Okay, so I have his name that told me this. And he was supposed to call me back. So I called him back.